Piecewise defined function. Here's a given for the piecewise defined function. We have f of x equals to negative 2x with the restriction, and f of x equals to 3x minus 1 with the restriction right here, and f of x equals to negative x if and only if x is greater than 2. So to solve this problem, write down the linear equation. Why is it linear? Because notice that all of this negative 2 y, f of x equals to negative 2x, f of x equals to 3x minus 1, and f of x equals to negative x is all linear equation. So you write out all the equation, the function for this piecewise defined function, and you write down the linear equation for it. And the second thing you need to do is find the x and the y. To find the x, always use what is given right here, which is negative 3 for the first one. So if I put the x equals to negative 3 and plug it into this equation right here, I will get 6. Another point is if I choose negative 4. Why did I choose negative 4? Because the restriction says x has to be less than negative 3. So I choose negative 4. So when I plug the negative 4 into the original equation, I get 8. For the second equation, for the x, I will choose between negative 3 and 2. So the first point that I choose is 0. So if I plug it in, I'll get negative 1 for the y. And the second point I choose is 2. Always choose those points that's given right here, between all these points. So if I choose 2 and plug it into the original equation, I will get 5. And for negative 3, I will get negative 10. For this one, which is this one right here, I will choose the x equals to 2. Why? Because you always choose the number that is given right here. For this one, choose this one. So if I choose 2 and plug it in, it will be negative 2 for the y. And it says greater than 2 right here, right? So I choose 4, then it will be negative 4. The next thing is to graph all this by using the points that we calculated out. So for this graph, the 2 point is it will be negative 3 and 6. So you go to negative 3 right here. 1, 2, 3, negative 3, and go up 6. Okay, another point they say was negative 4 and 8. So you go to negative 4, negative 1, 2, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and go to 8 right here. And then draw the line like that because it's linear. Negative 2x, f of x equals to negative 2x is a linear graph, linear equation. And why do you go up like that? Because the restriction said is less than negative 3. And it's an open circle because there's a no equal sign right here. Normally, you will graph, the graph go down like that. For a linear equation, the linear graph will go like that. But since there's a restriction, you cut out all here. And then you just go up. And it's open circle. The second graph is f of x equals to negative 3x minus 1 with all these points for the coordinate system. So it was 0, negative 1. So it would be 0 and negative 1 right here. The second point is 2, 2, and 5. So you go 1, 2, and then go up 5 right here. The third point is negative 3 and negative 10. So it's negative 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and go down 10. And you will connect these points right here because the restriction said if negative 3 is less than x less than or equals to 2. So your circle has to be closed. As for this one, f of x equals to negative x. And here are some of the points that we have calculated. So to graph it, go to 2 and negative 2. So 2 and then negative 2. And the restriction said it has to be greater than 2, so you graph down like that. You know it's a linear graph because there's no raised to the x or raised to the second power. If it's a second power, it'll be a parabola. But since it's a linear, it'll be a straight line. So the circle will be open because the restriction is greater than x is greater than 2. So for this problem, the solution is right here.